Hey guys, welcome back to Into Reefing. My name is Nick and I'm very excited this morning because we're going to be heading out and having a look at our very first tank review in Auckland, and it's have had a lot of invitations to come and visit some of our reefers out there, and we're looking forward to every single tank that we come and see and reporting back to you as our viewers. So we're going to be having a look at Desh's tank this morning. It's a predominantly SPS dominated tank. And I've seen Desh's tank probably 6 to 8 months ago, and at that point in time it was looking incredible. Desh puts a lot of time and effort into the tank in maintenance and keeping it in pristine condition, so it's going to be good to catch up with Desh and have him talk us through what he's been doing with his tank over the past 8 months. Once again, we just want to say, if you enjoy the video, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 50 subscribers. We're getting very close. And as soon as we get there, there's going to be a free giveaway on the channel itself. So enjoy the video. Please comment about the tank that you're about to see. I know that you will not be disappointed. It's going to be an awesome one to start with. And I'm looking forward to getting in contact with Desh again and having a good chat about his tank. So enjoy the video, and we'll catch up soon. Thank you. I'm really excited to be able to share with you today the tank that we're going to be reviewing with Desh. And I'd just like to thank Desh for giving us the opportunity to actually pop in and see him today, and having a look at this amazing tank that you will see with us shortly. So Desh, thank you very much for allowing us to come and see you.
No worries, good to have you.
As I said, really excited to listen to what you do with your tank and all the dosing and the lighting and the filtration.
Sure.
I'm sure the viewers are going to be very excited to see this tank. It's absolutely blown my mind when I got here today to see how it's grown. And it's an incredible looking tank. So we're obviously in Auckland, New Zealand, and once again, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to our button. We're at 37 subscribers. We're trying to get to 50, and then we're going to be doing a free giveaway to the viewers. So Desh, do you want to give us a bit of a snippet before we take a walk through and have a look at your tank?
Sure.
What is the tank all about? When did it start? And give us a bit of background.
Okay. My tank is about 3,000 liters in total. Yeah, it's about 2.7 meters long. It's about 1 meter wide and about 650 high. I've had it for about 5 years.
Yeah.
SPS dominant. I started with SPS and I'm stuck with it. It's not something I've gone back and forth with. I always wanted to have SPS tank. Not a lot of fish, just a few, just to keep the algae down and just fish that do the work really.
Yeah.
It runs a big Deltic skimmer. I use Zeovit for my filtration mostly. I've got Ecotech Gen 4 lighting. I've got 6 of them. I used to have Gen 3s, there was 8 of those.
Right.
Cut it back to 6. Then I've got Kessels in there as well, just to get the shimmer. I like the shimmer that the Kessels put out.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of pumps, doing a lot of water flow in there, just to keep the corals healthy. And all I do is just prune it and frag it and stick things everywhere, and they just grow.
Yeah, I can see that from having a look at the tank when I arrived today. I think I probably saw it maybe 6 to 8 months ago when I popped in to see Desh, and when you see the growth of the SPS in this tank, it's absolutely mind-blowing to see that they've grown that quickly. And once we get there and we take a walk through, we'll have Desh actually talk us through all the nitty-gritty and the technical data that he's working with, and perhaps even share some tips with us so that we can all get our SPS to grow as fast as these ones do, because they're looking really healthy. And I'm excited to take us for a walk, and what we'll do is we'll hand it over to Desh and I'll do some filming, and at the end of it what I'll do is take some photos, because I don't think we're going to get the true color with the video that we've got, so I'll have to take the app and take some of the photos of the corals with the app that I've got, and for you to actually realize what the colors are and how beautiful this tank's really looking.
All right, so we're standing next to the tank. I'll start with the lighting, because it's probably the brightest thing in the place. So I've got 6 Ecotech Gen 4s. I run them on a AB+. I've tuned it a little bit. I've added a little bit more red. They ramp up for about an hour and a half in the morning. They run for 8 hours solid on about 100%, then drop back down for another hour and a half, slowly ramp down. The Kessels come in on at the same time, but they're 100%. They're mostly blue, just allows the corals to get a little bit more color. And I like the shimmer that they actually put out. So I quite like the lighting system I've got. I've tried a few others before. I've had T5s. T5s are pretty good. I'm thinking about doing that later on again. But these ones have done the job. They do help the corals grow really well. Yeah, I've enjoyed having them forever really. So Ecotech's been really good for me. It's been a good set of lights. Water filtration, we use Zeovit. I've had that for about 2 years now. Before that I was just running some algae. Worked really well, but Zeovit seems to make it a little bit easier for me to drag out nutrients. I feed really heavily, and I put a lot of food in for the corals as well. So Zeovit, I change the rocks every 4 weeks, and then I put just the basic water filtration stuff from Zeovit to keep the water quality right. I add some other supplements to get the mineral content right. So I add potassium, I do add strontium and sulfur, and then just the general magnesium and calcium just to keep the growth going. Water flow, I think, is more actually important than lighting. I actually say you're not keeping corals, you're just keeping water. And if the water quality is right, then your corals will grow. So to keep the oxygenation right and keep the corals fed, you do need a lot of current. I've got 2 MP60s, about another 6 power heads in there, 4 gyres, and they just keep the water really nice and mobile. Just gets all the crap out of the crevasses and keep all the food moving towards the corals. And you can tell if I switch the pumps off tomorrow, the polyps wouldn't extend as much. So it's really been a good learning for me. I never used to run this much current, but now I do.
So do you think that's the reason for the corals being so healthy and the polyp extension is a lot more flow?
Yeah, they do like a lot of flow. I mean, think about it, they're living in a little bubble effectively, and the only way they get food and oxygen is water going over them. So if you can't get water over them all the time, they will not grow as fast. So I do think actually current is a lot more important than light, especially now we know what we're doing with lighting. It was probably a different story 10 years ago, but now we know what we're doing, so it's a lot easier. Yeah, so that's my basic sort of setup. I have a really simple maintenance routine. I do a small water change every sort of 2 weeks. Well, small in a percentage. It's about 200 liters in total I change out. Feed once a day, does my dosing once a day. I've automated the calcium and alkalinity dosing, and I run the baling method for that. So, yeah.
So in terms of monitoring the tank, what are you using for monitoring the parameters?
So I've got a GHL Profilux 4. I had a 3 before. I've just put mine in about probably 3 months ago. That monitors all my pH and temperature and conductivity. Then I've got a GHL KH Director managing my KH, and that's been up and running for about 4 months, and I have to say I'm really impressed. It's probably one of the best pieces of gear I've ever invested into. I used to travel a lot, and one of the biggest problems with coral growth is that the amount of alkalinity it consumes changes all the time. Right, so more growth you have, the faster alkalinity gets eaten up, and if you don't have something constantly managing that, you end up dipping alkalinity, and when alkalinity goes down, everything else goes wrong. So it's been a really good investment, to be honest.
Well, there you go, guys. That was very worth my while coming through and having a chat with Desh and having a look at this beautiful tank that he's got. And I'm sure that you guys will agree that it's an awesome looking tank with the SPS that's just flourishing. He's certainly got the formula right. I'm sure a lot of us out there would like to probably get in touch with him. So if you're on the New Zealand Reefing Junkies Facebook channel page, I'm sure Desh would be there. I'm not putting him out there just to answer every question that comes up. But Desh is a great guy and is always willing to share some tips with us out there. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Desh, thank you for the opportunity.
No
Once
problem.
Again, your tank is amazing. I don't know how far it's going to go in terms of coral growth next time I get back, because there's a lot of still a bit of space to go, but I'm sure we'll see when we get back. So yeah, if there's anything else that you want to share with us.
No, thank you, Nick, for coming, and thank you for doing this obviously for the hobby, and it's important that people understand there's help available, so I'm more than happy to help people if they want to learn. So thank you for coming.
Well,
Much
awesome,
appreciated.
thank you. So guys, just once again, if you wanted to showcase your tank or what you've got at home, reach out to me. I'm happy to pop in and see you, the same as I've done with Desh. It's an opportunity for us reefers in New Zealand to get our tanks out there so that we can see what we've got, and also just to reach out to one another to help out. And that's what the channel's about. It's just to increase the hobby, increase the knowledge about what the hobby's got to offer, products that will be coming in, we'll be sharing with the viewers as well. And yep, subscribe. We'd really love to have you on board, and thank you for watching.